So here we are, it's 9:30 on a Sunday morning, right at the end of July, and we are at one of the most recognisable tourist places in the country, although you can't recognise it from here. We're at Stonehenge. This is the visitors centre. Like I said, it's 9:30 in the morning, there's coaches pouring in, loads of people pouring in, there's caravans, there's all sorts of things going on. Euroramp.com, whatever that is, there's loads of Belgian and Dutch people driving around in cars waving flags, so I don't know what's happening there, but anyway, so we're going to go into the visitors centre now. It's about 1.5 mile walk from here, or
to Stonehenge,
and then obviously we'll take some footage and have a look at that there, and we'll take some photographs as well, and again it's windy, so hang on to your hats. Okay, so we've left the visitors centre behind. We eventually got through the melee of the ticketing booths. We did pre-book tickets. It is advisable that you do that because the queues here can be absolutely horrendous. And we haven't actually paid anything because we're National Trust members.
Yeah, but it is actually an English heritage site, but apparently the National Trust own the car park. So if you look on the website, you have to look very closely, but you can get your National Trust tickets for nothing.
Which we did. So again, thank you to both organisations there for obviously working together. There is it's probably about 1.5 mile walk from the visitors centre. That's all new. That was not here last time we came. I think you parked a lot closer to Stonehenge. But there's 1.5 mile walk. There are free shuttle buses.
One's about to go past.
The second here one looming over our shoulder, I think, really. And you can get on those. Like I said, they are free, frequent service, and take you up to Stonehenge from the visitors centre. We're doing it, I will say, the sort of proper way. We're walking, but it is uphill actually, which is quite deceptive, but we'll get there, and just hopefully we'll get there before the forecasted rain comes. Okay, our journey continues. I think we're nearly at the end because we can see the buses unloading people up there, so hopefully we're there. The rain's sort of stopped as well. There was only a bit of a drizzle coming through, but what did you used to say, Viv, in Blackpool?
Oh, yeah. First person to see Blackpool Tower got 10p when we were in our house. But
yeah, so we're going to do that with Stonehenge. We'll not tell you where it is because some trees are right behind it, so it's not immediately.
And all the motorhomes are a bit of a clue as
it's
well.
Not immediately obvious, but it is there. It is there on the horizon, and yeah, we seem to have landed in the middle of a campsite as well. I think there is a public byway or something or other that comes on here, so obviously people use it for camping and all sorts. But yeah, it's Stonehenge in sight. Nice walk actually. That good. Blow your cobwebs out type of walk. We're just trying to remember actually, and if anybody does know what it used to be like, please let us know, because we've got a recollection last time we came we may have driven along this road which is now closed to the public, and the visitors centre was, we think, on the left hand side of it, and we distinctly remember every time we've been, Viv's been a couple of times more than I have, we used to walk through an underpass, didn't we?
Yeah.
There was a subway underneath the road, underneath a really busy road, and memory plays tricks, especially when you get to our age. But it did seem as though you had walked underneath a road to get to Stonehenge. So we're just wondering if this road used to be the one you drove down, visitor centre on the left, and you walked underneath the subway to get to see the stones. We'll see. Maybe it's like archaeology of the future. The old car park. Maybe somebody's going to dig it up one day and find the remains of a car or something. Who knows? But Stonehenge in sight. Well, it's in sight, but hopefully. I mean, we've got a track record, haven't we, as well, of going to places and saying, like the Eiffel Tower, oh, it's just over there, and 2 hours later we're still walking towards it. But we'll be there in a bit. So we're just come through the sort of checkpoint bit at the end of the path. There's one of the buses queuing, not queuing. There's one of the buses waiting to go. Get people filled in.
Half an hour and the bus going back's full already.
Which is somebody must have had enough, unless they're doing the whole tick list bit where they just come, see it, tick it, take a photograph and bugger off again. But I said the stones are over there. We're on the way in. Not quite sure what happens from now on, but we'll see. We're just walking towards the stones, and we'll get our cameras out in a bit as well, take some photographs of the henge itself. Or people, yeah, which is usually just as interesting actually. That's the road we've just come down. So here we are, sort of on the outer bit of where you can get to near the stones. You can't actually get near the stones anymore now, although there are some VIP tickets you can get, which cost about 60 quid, is it?
65.
65 quid, and they do them before opening and after opening. You can actually get right up close to the stones. Although one of us has actually sat on them, haven't we?
Yeah, that's probably why they're now shut. So, as that American man's just said, it's too many bum imprints.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, how old were you, Viv? 10 years old, and I think she was coming down to the Isle of Wight, was it?
Yeah,
Mum
I've
and
got
Dad
photographs.
And sisters
I
and
can
everything.
prove it. So.
It's family and one thing and another, and you could actually get up close to the stones in those days. It sounds like ancient history, doesn't it? Anyway, so yeah.
Then we brought our daughter back, and she nearly got thrown out. So.
Yeah, so I ended up getting us all escorted off the site because she was swinging on the ropes and things. But that's.
She was only 18 months old.
Yeah. So that's the view of Stonehenge. It's like a lot of things, you've got an idea in mind sometimes of what things look like. And again, we've been here before, but you know, like I said, it's an impressive thing. I mean, it's not absolutely huge. I do think sometimes when on films and things like that, you get a much different impression of what it actually is in real life. Lots of people here. I mean, it's about 10 past 10 on a Sunday morning, so
you can just see the road up to it.
I'm going to say over in the background, if you see the headlights, that's the queue of people waiting to come in. So it's absolutely phenomenal place to see.
They are great, aren't they?
Yeah, they are fantastic. I mean, you think, you know, how many thousands of years they've been here, and people still not sure what they were actually for.
Or how they got them here. So.
Oh, exactly, yeah. How did they build it, you know? And it takes us these days years to build a simple road or railway line or whatever. So, I mean, you can imagine what it must have been like in those days. But we'll put the video away now, and we'll take some still shots. We've never actually been here where we've had you know, the camera gear that we've had now. Quite a mean and moody sky, which I think is hinting towards black and white.
But if you turn around behind you...
Oh yeah, typical sunshine, blue sky. It's just about a mile in the wrong direction. We could do with it blowing over here, but we'll see. So we've got the sun, got the stones, we've got lots of people and also a lot of cars queuing to get into the site as well. So we've gone a little bit off piste as you do. There's absolutely hundreds of pathways across the fields near Stonehenge. Stonehenge is just over the top of that rise there. I seem to think that this may be the old visitors centre. Long overgrown now, and it is all fenced off and everything, but this sort of fits in with the road being between the sort of car park and Stonehenge itself, and the walkway underneath the road and whatever. So that's a bit of modern archaeology with several thousand-year-old proper archaeology. Lovely surrounding area. Looks like a sort of caravan site over there. People obviously camp out overnight and whatever. Beautiful rolling hills and great landscapes. So it's about 11:30 now on Sunday. We've been here a couple of hours. It's got really busy over near Stonehenge. Just a steady flow of coaches and everything. We're taking a different route back. We walked in along the access road. We've gone now onto the land that the National Trust owns around here, and we're on some very well marked sort of paths in fields. We've just come back over the Cursis Mounds, which hopefully you can see in the distance there, which are part of the whole wider site around Stonehenge. As I said, there's paths absolutely everywhere here, but we're going to head back now along this path and make our way back to the visitor centre to have a look in the exhibition and maybe grab a brew if the cafe's not overwhelmed with tourists and coach visitors at the present moment in time.
So when I was working in school, they brought Stonehenge into the curriculum, the history curriculum for the year 5 and 6 children, so that they could learn and understand the history of English, because we hadn't been doing lots of it previously. And one of the topics, which I used to think was great, was building a biscuit Stonehenge. So it was always a race to see who could get those built before they ate the biscuits. But it was really nice to study that bit of English history, because it's really fascinating.
I think that sounds like something that needs to be on the next season of Great British Bake Off, doesn't it?
Yeah, biscuit Stonehenge.
English or British heritage sites made in the form of biscuits. Yeah. That sounds...
Well, those things we've just walked over, the cairns,
yeah,
they were actually put around Stonehenge because people wanted to bury the dead people in their family as close as they could to it. So everybody climbs on top of them now and takes selfies, but they're actually ancient gravestones. But you know, that's the way of the world, isn't it? So
did they make those out of biscuits, or were they more sort of puddings?
That looks like one of our cakes, actually. So,
not quite risen in the oven.
No, risen too much. So.
So we're back in the car. We've been here 3.5 hours now at Stonehenge, and the heavens have opened. It started raining quite, so we timed this absolutely to perfection, haven't we? And just like I said, managed to get back to the car before it started raining. Looks like the rain's set in for the rest of the day as well. Still literally hundreds of people queuing up waiting to get in. I think probably the best thing to suggest is pre-book your ticket, isn't it?
The pre-book line this morning was longer than the arrive on time, but moved quick. But now the arrive on the day one is enormous.
Yeah, they're virtually queuing back to the car park. But it seems to be moving quick. But like I said, just very busy. Obviously, it's summertime. It's a Sunday, so there's always going to be things. But well worth. Thoroughly recommend a visit. If you've never been before, or not been for a long time, definitely worth coming. Like I said, if you get some nice weather, it's good. You can get some really good photographs. We took something slightly different rather than just photos of the stones, which are quite interesting by themselves, but we sort of looked at a few different types, didn't we, and getting people on them and one thing and another. So anyway, well worth a visit, thoroughly recommend it. And remember, if you're a National Trust member, make sure you get your free tickets, which certainly saved us a little bit of money. And like I said, pre-book and get them for as soon as you can in the day, really, because there are an absolute mountain of coaches here and loads of people, so I think to arrive early is probably going to be the best thing to do.
Now we're weighing up Woodhenge, which is just up the road, but seeing as it's now torrential rain.
Yeah, Soggy Henge maybe more in fitting, but loads of stuff, loads of places to see down here, so it's not like we're short of something to do, but obviously the weather is controlling what we do next. But anyway, we've enjoyed it.